Tinubu, the US has just affirmed that this election is the worst in the history of Nigeria. What a disgrace. Bwala. The credibility of the 2023 presidential election has been scrutinized by some many political observers who have subjected to the declaration of the president-elect Bwala Tinubu, why so many people have opined that the 2023 election is the best election in the history of Nigeria. The United States Secretary of State, Anthony Blinken, stated yesterday that the United States will be imposing visa restrictions on individuals who undermine the democratic process during the elections. The spokesman for the Atiku presidential campaign, Daniel Bwala, has alleged that the U.S. has just affirmed that the 2023 election is the worst in the history of Nigeria. He urged that the U.S. has just made a statement of intent about strengthening democracy in every part of the world. He pointed out that these visa restrictions would have an implication on individuals whose accounts offshore would be frozen, and then they will be placed on criminal surveillance. According to him, the sanctions are against individuals in the nation and not the country. He said what the U.S. has said has established what we are talking about, that this election was marred by irregularities. The election was a broad daylight robbery. This election is not something that we want to translate to the upcoming generation. The U.S. just affirmed that this election is the worst in the history of Nigeria. Now in 2019, there were visa restrictions as well, but there was no magnitude as this one. This is just a first step. Firstly, they place a visa restriction on you. Secondly, they froze your assets in any place in the world. And thirdly, they place you under criminal surveillance. Okay, that is very nice. That is really very nice if that will happen, because it will teach others lesson. You understand? Always do the good thing. Always do the nice thing. Why are you rigging election? You don't force people to vote for you. I feel that once God will speak for you, even as a leader, you don't force yourself on people. It's people will choose you. Those people you want to rule, they will be the one to choose you. You are not to choose them. Because if you choose them, at the end of the day, you are going to face issues. You are going to face problems upon problems. But when these people choose you, they will work with you. When you choose them, they will disappoint you. They will disobey you. That is the disadvantage of choosing yourself on people. So allow people to choose you. Now, Nigeria has become a laughing stock, before the international community. No only Nigeria, they do election with beavers. At least they saw other countries using the beavers before they said they will introduce it in Nigeria. Now they introduce it in Nigeria, beavers have stopped working. But other countries that used it, it worked very well for them. But they bring out to Nigeria, the beavers have stopped working. The evil in Nigeria now enter the beavers. Automatically, it stopped working. Now they are telling us glitches. Which kind of glitches are they talking about? You see, when you think that you are smart, you are just trying to, fool yourself. When you think that you can do anything and you feel that you are smart, you are just fooling yourself. Because by the end of the day, you find out that you have actually, did what you have not supposed to be. I beg your pardon, in a same country, you see that Mahmoud Yakubu, if we're not even the waka for anywhere, you understand? Because he gave Nigerians promises. He promised Nigerians. He gave Nigerians his words. He promised that things will be fine. He promised that this election is going to be even the best in the whole world, not even in Nigeria. He said, I beg your pardon, that the election will be best in the whole world. So what are we even talking about now? What are we even talking about? Are we even talking about the irregularities? Are we even talking about the manipulations? Look at what they are telling. International observers are now the one telling us what happened during election in Nigeria. Nigerians, they talk. Oh. Nigerians don't talk tire, even with their video evidence. But INEC said it was a lie. The election was not rigged. The election was free and fair. Even President Muhammadu Bwala said that election was free and fair. APC members, they are still saying it now. You can imagine the kind of people who will now rule Nigeria. If you feel that election that was like a child's play, was free and fair, that means you no go ever see the truth and say it. Because now so you go just corner everything. Like as I said, that Nigeria has become a laughing stock. And this is just the beginning. US don't just use this and tell us be this. Say the election that produced Bwala Tinubu is far from perfection. Even BBC investigation said, oh my God, that one really shocked me. They went to Rivers State. They started their investigations and all that. They now find out that Peter Obi's vote was divided into two and pushed to Tinubu. Peter Obi, they say Peter Obi gets 74,000 and something. But INEC don't talk, say get 3,000 and something in Rivers State. You can imagine that even though say you the thief person, you go to use you go to use sense. Because if you thief the kind thief when you thief, you know use sense. They go to catch you like that. And maybe your cup don't full. That is why they said what they said about the election in Rivers State. I am dropping it here, guys. Kindly share your thoughts below the comment section. Thank you.